Okay, good. So I'm gonna go over to my, this one, make this spotlight. Wait a second, did that shut off? Go through the palette again. Over here I have, this one here is bleach white I'm using. This is white, this is CAD titanium white, but it's Palmelva white and stuff. That's a little bit brighter white. Here I got CAD yellow light. Here I got.
I've never heard of bleach white, and I don't know if we can even buy that now.
Yeah,
maybe,
you can.
Maybe online.
It's unbleached white. I'm sorry. Did I say bleach?
Unbleached.
Yeah, you can get it.
Okay. Can I make it myself with white and something else?
You probably can, Karen.
Oh.
Okay. CAD red yellow, or CAD red, CAD red yellow, CAD red light, CAD orange. I got some. This is over here. This is a yellow ochre. Right here I have alizarin crimson. Next to it right here I have Venetian red. Then I got cobalt blue hue, which is a Utrecht knockoff of cobalt. Here I got burnt sienna, burnt umber, some phthalo green, and Prussian blue. Now last few times I painted, I haven't used any Prussian blue, but on this one, I almost think I could almost use it as my one of my main. Replace it with the blue I usually paint with, and make that my main blue, which I am thinking about doing. So, all right. So I'm going to look at the darkest darks in the photo. I wish I could put it up right now. Next time I'll print them out. But on this barn, in the crevices of the barn, and I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to go cobalt blue for my dark, and I'm going to put in some alizarin crimson here. And this is going to be on the. You can see it here. It's drawn out. It's pretty straight, good mix right here. It's a really almost straight purple stuff. But I'm going to take a little bit of that. I want to make sure I got a little red on, a little warmer on one side. So this one has just a little more alizarin crimson in it. And I'm going to need that. I'm also going to need some CAD red. Well, not that much. And blue. And I want to keep this on the CAD red side because I see this going inside that barn, inside some of the dark crevices and stuff. This will be really good at the end. This will probably be the color I use to draw my knife at the end and over the paint and stuff and make the lines and stuff. So I'm going to make this a little stronger even on the red side over here too. I don't need too much, I don't think. And while I'm going in this direction, I'll go and look at the barn again. The overall grays into that barn and stuff. I'm going to start with some blue, but I'm going to also put in Venetian red here. And this, yeah, this is going to be pretty dark. Gives me just a slightly different color than these guys in reds and in the brown tape. But what I see is when I come over here and I bring it over here, just a little bit of that color over here, and I hit it with white, that it's going to pretty much be the shadow color of the barn. So here, grab a little bit. Can you guys mute your mics a little bit? Somebody's moving some stuff. Okay. So this is the base color of that barn right here. Right here, it's just Venetian red and blue. So that's gonna be there. I know I'm gonna make another one up. Now I'm gonna start bringing in the Prussian blue. Prussian blue is very strong color. You see this with my mix here. I'm seeing this basically some of the barn roof and stuff. So I'm going to bring this in over here, and I'm bringing some Venetian into that. Went a little green because of the yellow that's in Venetian a little bit, which is okay. It's okay. And over here, and just add a little bit of white to it. You can see what color we got. Yeah, it'll work. Just a little more blue in that. There we go. Let's take a look. You can start to see it and stuff.
Where in the picture are you going to use that color?
This color I'm making right now, or this one? This one here?
No, the blue with the Prussian blue and Venetian with the white.
Yeah.
Where in the picture are you using that?
I am going to be using it on the roof, on the back of the roof there.
Okay.
And stuff. You can see the blue coming through finally. It's kind of red there, but this is going to be there, and then then it goes into some warmer areas and stuff here. I can, just by mixing a couple of these together, I'll be able to get, be able to get the rest of the barn and stuff, barn roof and stuff. I will next time have a photo here, and I can point to it a little bit better. I was hoping to be able to put it up on the screen and you guys could see what I was doing, but that didn't turn out. Okay, so this other color over here, though, this is just Venetian. This color here is just Venetian blue, Venetian and blue and white. And that's, I'm going to take a little piece of, just a scraping of it to start the light pile. I want to have some of this underneath in the thing, but into the light where the light's hitting the barn stuff. But to get that color, I'm going to start off with some ochre. I'm going to put it next to it. I'm not going to get too close to it. I want to bring that in to marry it up a little bit. I think, yeah, I'm going to go with some alizarin mixed in here. Yeah, maybe just a little more alizarin. Okay, this is a good color. This is pretty much a lot of the light areas and stuff I can get away with in this painting. This will be a good one. This probably can go in the, there's a slight opening to the doorway. We can see just a little loaded brush of this into the dark will come off just perfectly. But this lightened up with a little more white, a lot of white because it's going up there. I got a little Prussian blue in there, didn't I? Left over in my white. But this, yeah, this I think, yeah, that's definitely it. A little brighter. I like that this much pile. So I'm gonna split that pile and lighten up a little bit more over here because I think I need, it's nice to have something to in between colors here. So I'm going to put just a little cad yellow into it. Start to warm it up a little bit more. Okay. And one more. Just more cad yellow into it for the sun. And then a bunch of white. This will get me pretty much in there. You know, there might be a little bit of an orange one version stuff, so maybe I'll just do a little cad orange into a piece of this, just to make sure I have a range of colors to play with for that amount right there. The grass, I could use phthalo, but I'm going to go back to an old recipe and go back to burnt umber and yellow. Make up a grass here, green. And I'm thinking about a little bit of this, cut a little bit more with white, being into the light, into the where the sun starts coming in across the grass, and then being able to use a little bit of this with one of these guys up here. This is that's cobalt and alizarin, and then I can start making some of the trees out of that. This stuff here, just a little bit of trees. Grab some cad red and blue mix. Put that in here. It's basically using my palette now to get all the colors. I don't need really to make a ton more colors. I can just use my palette to do these things. This is definitely in there. This color here with a little bit of this. This was going to be the sky here and stuff. So if I put some little sky in here, this would be nice. This will start to work as the light areas on some of the trees to the left there, left corner and stuff. Thinking this.
I'm sorry. So the sky has Prussian blue or regular blue?
I went with a little bit of Prussian blue.
Okay.
And stuff. This is a little dark yet. But it should get right around here. Yeah, right around here. This value. I'll probably have to adjust it when I get going and stuff. A lot of the sky is basically sky holes into the trees. There's really not a whole lot of it, so I'll probably paint everything up all the way up, and then just bring the sky, drag the sky back in, and then put a couple of trees over it and stuff, blend it that way. Work backwards coming forward. Oh, gosh, I got all the colors. I got all the colors I need here, except for probably the trees behind the barn and stuff. And that I'm going to go with, trying to be a little different. I'm going to go with blue, and this is a cobalt blue hue, and some burnt sienna brought in. And I'm going to cut it with white. No, I'm not going to cut it with white. I'm going to cut it with my bleach. Unbleached white. Unbleached white. Boy, that did not turn out the way I thought it would. Second guessing myself. No, but this is definitely, this can be the roof color though. So one thing, if I don't get it there, I check and see what else could it be? I mean, there's some, before I just wipe it off and start again. And then just by adding some blue to it and this color here, Okay, I got the metal of the roof right here with this color. Okay, go back to the trees. The trees inside. I was trying to get the burnt sienna. I didn't want to go back to Venetian and blue again, but I'm going to, because that is, you know, it's a smoky blue back there, woods. And I'll cut this a little bit of white. I'm going to go with regular white though. Yeah. So there's just a little bit more of this. And then I'll make it a blue side and I'll be done. Sorry guys, taking up some time here. But then I'm going to run through colors one more time for you, and then it's also on, hopefully it's recording. And if it's recording, we'll be good. And I think I'm just getting feedback from my own thing here. So nobody else, I don't think, had their mic going. It's probably just me. I'm going to make that just a little bluer. Running out of blue, but I won't need much more. There we go. So this is just Venetian and blue. This is Venetian on the Venetian side with white. These are Venetian and blue, and Venetian and blue with some white. A little bit more white, almost equal parts. This is burnt sienna and blue and white. This is more on the burnt sienna side. It's a little bit warmer, got a little green tint to it and stuff. This is just Prussian blue and white. I think it has a little bit of here. This is what I use. I think this was I used alizarin in here. I think I used alizarin in here. So there's probably just a touch of alizarin in that sky there. I'm going to use these guys for the sky. Go back and forth, maybe bring in some other color. This is the barn colors here. And I think I started down here. I started with yellow ochre mixed in with a little alizarin crimson, and a little bit of white came in. To really bring your white in slowly in these colors, because you don't want to get too chalky in your values and stuff. And then I started bringing in white into it, We can bring in the shadow and stuff. I was gonna need a little bit of. That's what I was gonna do. Add just a little bit of this in that color. This is that. What was that? Go back. Is it Prussian blue in some color? Might have been. I'll have to look back on the tape. Sorry. But I was going to add that into some of these colors and gray them out too. So I got a big pile of that. That's going to be basically for a lot of the grays in this barn stuff. And I'll be probably grabbing some of these blues too here. And then this is some of the colors in the trees, and then the grass right here too. I'm going to be able to use all these greens, different greens and stuff in the grass. These are the cooler ones. These are for the warmer areas. Then I may probably bring in, got a few pieces of up here I can use for some of the other brighter grasses pieces. And then I got the darks over here. These are the very darks of the buildings and stuff. One of the things I was saying, these ones were here with the red in them and stuff. This is on the Venetian and blue side, but it's on the red side and stuff. This is going to be like, these two going to be like for the insides of the barn. These are going to drag the viewer into the barn and stuff. So you got to have those. So if you got to put these guys down first, then bring these guys in just on the inside of the shape. I'll be doing that right away. Okay, the basic, let's go with, I'm going to go with burnt umber as my base tone for the painting and stuff too. So that will help kind of give everything a cohesive feel too. You know, we'll knock down some of the colors as they go in a little bit. And that way my whites, all the darks will be have a cohesive feel to them. And then when I put on the lights and stuff, it'll just pop crazy. That's where I'm going for. All right, going back to the other camera. I got my brushes out. I'll be starting off my biggest brush, and that I will be. That is going to be just burnt umber and some of my oil here. This is just safflower oil again, guys. And I just use a little bit of it to tone the canvas here and there and then I'll draw it in. And then we'll talk some more. Okay, I'm going back, switch back. All right, that went smooth. So, okay. So here we are. You guys should, do you guys want me to put up the photo again real quick? You want me to go through it one more time real quick?
So the brightest part I've written down is ochre alizarin with some white and yellow. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I see that going into this area here on it. Working that in there. I mean, then you're gonna have to cut more white into it and a little more yellow. That's why also I have one where I have, when I start bringing in cad yellow into it, I feel when I bring cad yellow into it, that's gonna go in this area, you know, cad yellow and white. But that mixed with that ochre over here, ochre right here section, that's gonna mix over here with the Venetian and blue grays and stuff. All right. But right here, this is where I'm talking about how the darks and stuff, I'm going to put it in really dark right here. But then I'm going to come back and hit the red right in here in these little sections. Just in the middle of those things, you put a little red into them, and that shoots you back, maybe just a little touch spots. That's what I'm looking at, thinking about. Okay. So I'm just going to tone my canvas a little bit. All right, somebody's scraping there. Could somebody might have to mute your.
Did you say burnt umber?
Yeah, I'm just putting burnt umber on first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this burn in. It comes in an angle. Maybe we can just give it a little more drift here to the bottom here. Trees are gonna go over in this section here. That barn's going to go probably up to about here. So I want to make sure I give it just enough room for I can, when I put a frame on it and stuff, I don't, it's not too close to the top. So that's one of the things to watch for too, to think about that there's enough room up here. Okay. Let me get the balance in this barn. These guys sort of like that.
Right now, the peak is like in the middle of the picture. That's okay because of all the other stuff going around it?
Yeah, right now it's fine. It will be fine because it will be drawn. It's going to be drawn off from this stuff. Yeah, the peak's going to be a little bit maybe over there. Maybe I could bring it over slightly more. But there's not a whole lot to do. Usually I work in the rule of thirds here, but this one's going to call for just a little different. So no worries, Karen, no worries. The rules are made to be broken. So that's the thing. That's what you got to be okay with sometimes. So this would be the other little building there. See about here, I'm gonna put this, I think I'm gonna put it back slightly off. That'll be the doorway and then the window over here. So I'll slide that doorway over a little bit, and then there's a bunch of other doors here. There's a big, some missing barnwood up there. We got the crack there. Nice crack in there. It'd be nice to get. And I come down here, but this is the big crack to think about. You know, this is probably the kind of the crack that's really gonna make the design of the painting in here. This little crack that looks like almost a lightning bolt coming down, all right? And sometimes you can push these things just a little bit more. You know, sometimes a falling down barn is, you know, if you push them just a little bit more, you know, if it feels like it's just going to fall over, that'll be fine on this one. Okay, got that. These are going to be some fun little wooden details to put in too, with the knife at the end stuff. So a lot of the stuff might not show up. Some of the best stuff won't show up till the end of the painting. Usually that's the way it goes. Okay, so I got pretty much that. Straight down from that, there's a window kind of boarded over right there. Got some grasses, gonna be some stuff coming up here. Grasses here. You know, you never know, maybe we see a side of a cow here or something in here yet. I don't know. Or something here, there'll be something in here. I'll try to put something, you know, live in this thing to give it some other human qualities to it. So sometimes you either put an animal or you know, a person in it and stuff. So I'll think about it. I'll see, you know, where I can indicate a person maybe easily, and that's not going to interfere with the overall dynamic of the painting. Basically, I just think about these guys scraping up. I don't want to do too much here, overdrawing here in these areas, because I'll make mud when I put the next color in. So I'm not going to draw out all of the trees and stuff up here, because they would just muddy up the paint and stuff. And I don't want to be, you know, stuck in with where they got to go and stuff. Sometimes, you know, in a photography way, you can do whatever you want. I mean, when you take a photo of it, it's very believable. It works really well. But when you do a painting and stuff, that doesn't always transfer over and stuff. So it's not believable, you know. So we have to take what we can to make this work, make this believable and stuff. I'm not a realistic painter. I mean, I'm more impressionistic, so I'm gonna not worry about, you know, how exactly things look from the photo, and I'm just gonna basically translate them into how I paint. So that's where I'm going with this one. I'm gonna probably take this down just a hair. I think it's just too much running a little too straight. But the good thing about this is the perspective is really not a big deal on this thing. Just give it a couple undulations. Maybe I'll put in a fence or something to lead your eye, you know, a couple lines of a fence at the end to lead you in there too. But you're also going to have this big triangle of light here leading you in. But maybe a couple little fence posts always work great. I always love putting in fence posts because they're so doggone easy, and they work so well. They're doing things. Okay, let me, I think this is a little high. I think that's will work pretty well. I think that might be up there. Okay. Close enough for government work. All right, So I'm gonna start blocking it in. Hey, I'm back. I don't know if you can see my other phone, over here, but you can sort of see where I'm gonna be digging colors from. I am gonna start off my synthetic brush first, my rosemary synthetic. And I go with my darkest darks and stuff, and usually they're up here. This is the alizarin crimson and blue mix. And just a little touch of oil in my brush. Not too much, not too that much. Okay, I'm gonna try start laying in these guys first. Really dark. See, purple and brown are really close in the same family. I mean, just by adding yellow, you get brown. So it's really, the real purple and stuff is really good for putting in into these dark areas and stuff. So I'm just going to start filling in a little bit, leave a little area here, start for some of the light to come through. Just make sure that this is really a good key thing to put in there right now. I'm not going to worry about that one too much. This one's a good one to really put in. Next, go just a little bit warmer. So I'm going to put a little more Venetian blue. And yeah, Venetian and blue in this one. So it has just a little more tinge of orange to it. Because I'll probably come back and put that into these other darks too. Okay. And then I'm going to go with this guy here. Basically, this window, this doorway here just has some, that's just blue and alizarin together, no white at all. Okay. And I'll come back in down below though. Down here, I'm going to bring back up a little bit of red into it. So it has that Venetian. It's probably really hard to tell. I'll get you guys a really good close up of these things at the end and stuff of what's going on and stuff. So it's really
Which blue are you using for all those darks?
Oh, these darks are just the cobalt blue
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah, I haven't gotten to the Venetian, the Prussian blue. That basically is going to go in, I think, more in this area and stuff, and then the sky. And there's a few spots over here in the wood that's really going to be nice. So, but since I have this stuff, have a little, what do you call it, Venetian on here and stuff, I'm going to go back in and kind of start painting this stuff here behind here real quick. This is back in the woods and stuff. And I'm just going to bring it in here. I'm going to try to keep it really, really loose, and let's just scrub it in and then only bring it in just a little bit redder right in here. A little red that says a little more Venetian in it. Then it's going to go to, oh, there it is. A little more red up here. This is a little whiter, more white into it. That's not too bright enough. I'm just going to take it all the way off. This stuff, when I'm putting it in, I am trying to put it in with big strokes and kind of loose. Not trying to let it be a little transparent, because that's where I'm shooting for, letting the stuff, because that'll look great when I put more solid pieces of wood, branches and stuff going over it and stuff. So I am putting it in pretty thin. I think it might. give me a little alizarin in there, or ochre here into this color. And I'm just gonna throw this right above the roof. Work it in here a little bit and then work it back in. So you can see it's just a little more ochre in it. I put a little ochre in that same color mixture now. And I'm just gonna give it just a little bit of work. I don't want any lines like this really showing up. So I'll just fix those right now. Over here, there's gonna be a lot of blue coming in, so I don't wanna get too much over there. But then I'm gonna work it back in here a little bit. There we go. Nice and easy. Okay. So, with that, I might as well put in, start thinking about these guys. I want to put in this roof right now. And that, I'm going back to, that's the Prussian blue. And I think it has a little alizarin in it. I'm gonna put that in right here. There's gonna be other colors going into it, but for a base, like a base color, basically just blocking it in. I can use this. So this will be underneath. There's going to be some other stuff going on, so I'm going to keep it light right in here. Put on light for when I put on some other colors go in. They won't have to struggle too much with this color, meeting up with this color. And here, this is that. No, this is, you know, that's what that is. That's Venetian blue, and it's going to be on the blue side, and that's the roof tint of this metal roof right here. That's really like the base color. A lot of when I start my paintings and stuff, I'm looking just for base colors and stuff for the overall, you know, what's going to get me do the most work, and then I'm going to take that color afterwards. After I have it done, I'll work back into it and do some things to it. I mean, I'll rework it with a lot of other colors going into it. So this color here is going to start coming in here too, back there. So yeah, this is a little bit of Venetian and blue going back into the back of this roof. I tell you that Prussian blue, it's just like it is a strong color. It gets in it's into your brush. It's almost like a phthalo. Gets in there and just doesn't want to come out. But I'm gonna just feed it into these things a little bit. Then I'll come back. Right there, I can. Dark, keep them dark for now. Dark and loose, not, you don't have to worry too much about anything. I know there's some blue, nice blue areas and stuff I want to put in. Okay. I'm going to go back in here, and sometimes I want to get my darks in soon, early, but underneath everything. So I'm going to go back in just to find that roof right there, that edge. This head, I'm going to go back to this one. This is cad red and blue mix, straight cad red and blue mixed. I wanted to get that into these peaks a little bit. it's okay to have some, move that line a little bit too. I'm talking about this line here, the shadow of this roof and stuff. You know, just, you know, bend it a little bit. Don't make it too straight and don't make it come out too much. Just give it a little bit of life. Let me take that all the way up. All the way up there. Start thinking about this stuff here, this other part of the roof as it comes in. So this is how I go. I just go from my darks, working from one and just keep on going. Okay, so this barn has basically fallen away a little bit here, maybe even. Or is it built out? I think it's just caving in. So that's cool. So let's get that into there. Get the darks in. If I can. All right. So now I'm going to go back in and just make this mark here. I want to put it in now. And that is, again, this would be a Venetian on the Venetian side. Just a little bit cad orange into it. Venetian blue. It's a mix of Venetian blue and cad orange. Or not cad red, sorry. And that's gonna go good, clean stroke. This is square. Add to the little thing here. And then there's just another one. Since my brush is slightly dirty, there's just a little bit of light hitting this roof back in here. So just drag your brush into that spot. Just get a little bit of color in there. Okay. Everything else, I think I can get away with. I might hit this guy too. There's just a little bit of a bench or something. This thing's hitting there. Probably not showing up on your guys too well. Okay, now I was talking about the purple in that barn and stuff. I'm going to go back in here and just start building out this color here, just trying to get a overall block in it. And this is this color here is Lizard Crimson. No, this is still Lizard. No, this is Venetian in blue. And it's just a little bit on the red side, so it's really popping out. It doesn't have this basically the same colors, but with cad red, this little light color here. So let's get that into that, how some of these boards break over here. Just start thinking about that. And there's one that comes straight down here later on, just to start building a little bit. And then these guys, one of the things is to follow the stroke of the wood and stuff too. If you watch these things, see the wood's leaning back, so my brush is basically has to mirror the line down here and follow that direction of the wood, the way the planks are leading me. Okay. As I come back up here, I'm going to bring in some more. This is going to be basically the same color, but it's going to be on a little bit more on the red side. And it's going to be a little bit dark. It's going to be dark first. But then the next color into it will lighten it up. But I just want to think. So I'll just match the angle and just draw my brush straight down. Keeps the planks going and stuff. And then when I get down here, I'll just straighten my brush out. Doesn't have to come too much over here. That's almost too much paint. think about it coming over in here a little bit. Just putting in a little bit of paint at the top. Then I'm over here, I'm working over here on the barn over on this side. I'm gonna go back in and go back with that color back in here, a little bit blue with a mixture of whatever is on my brush. So it's gonna be just on the little blue-gray side. These are all like blue-grays. But then there's gonna be a warm gray that's gonna go over top of these things. And that's pretty much what I want to set it off. Colors. Just put a little coolness right here in the grass before I put it. The other colors go in. All right. Then go back with the Venetian blue and white again. White, just like, oh, that's all I ever say. And I'm just going to work that into this thing. It makes it just makes such a nice gray. I'm not going to worry about the window. The windows I can put in with a brush stroke or so. Gets in the way. So I'll bring this in, bring some wood in into that. Leaning. All right. A little bit down there. Just work it a little bit. I can even get that in there. I'm going to use. I'm just going to use a little bit of Venetian and Cad Red to make up that barn paint color. There's some barn paint here coming down. I'll make sure we can, maybe if I can, you know, I'm gonna bring this barn side in a little bit too, into it a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna work this back into that shadow line I had. Oh, right there. Yeah, that's, I'm gonna put it in. Bring some of that paint in, because it's good to have this stuff in now, because then I can paint into it. So always the key thing is figuring out how you're gonna layer your paint and stuff. So, okay. So that should work. I just wanted to keep this thing from shooting off, this roof shooting off here. I wanted to just break it a little bit. I mean, so it's just a little bit edge of the other side of this building here. Probably put a bush or something there too, peanuts. Trees go in here. I see a lot of red at the bottom of the base. A little red into this green. All right. I'm just going to paint this basic shapes of these trees going in. And what I'm thinking about when I put in a tree, when I'm thinking about putting in a tree, I don't want to put it too straight. They become like highways and stuff. So I want to give them a little bit of twist, a little turn and stuff. And I don't want to go too long with a stroke going up too, because then they, you know, I like going against the grain. We got to go against the grain a little bit to keep them interesting. But these first ones, I'm going to start up here and where I think I need it to go. I need one right here, and I'm just gonna, you know, have it come back into this. This is these other clumps of trees here. So it's going to be about that thick. There'll be a couple branches coming off it, and there's a couple thin ones back in here. Another one back in here. bigger one coming back in here. But it only comes here because of all these, there's some crossovers in here. A little twist to one coming in. And then this one. Match up there. And I'll get a little bit of land back there. All right, so that's some of the trees. And like the other ones back here, I could keep going, but I'm not going to put those in yet because they are going to get in the way. One problem we have right here, the battle I think I can see coming up is going to be putting in trees that go across this blue and stuff because they are not going to want to go across it. All right, I'm going to start putting in some of the sky and rough it in here and try to bring it, have my brush do a lot of the work when I bring it down into these areas and stuff. So I'm going to start up here, and when I bring it down, I'm just going to let the brush lift up a little bit and see what kind of stroke it makes and stuff. A little bit cleaning here. I'm clean off my brush. I think I'm going to switch to a big bristle brush for this because I want more brush action. I want more bristles action to show up here. Stuff. So the synthetics can give you a nice, clean, straight cut line. But then you got to think about your bristles. Sometimes I kind of forget about mentioning those, switching from brush to brush, and how knowing what the capabilities of this brush are. So I'm going to put in some of that sky. I'm going to go with the darker blue, white. This is Prussian blue and white. Probably has just a touch of alizarin in it. We'll see how it works. I can always lighten it up. But I'm going to put it in. Pretty simple. In here, just drag it in. Drag it down to the barn a little bit here and there. So it hits the barn some places, it doesn't hit otherwise places. And then I got some branches to put in here. So this gets to be kind of a complicated area. So sometimes it's simpler you paint them. This is probably the best solution. Unless you're painting very realistic, and yeah, then you have to paint the whole thing like that. You guys need to ask questions, just unmute yourself. Or did you raise hands? I'm gonna unmute you all right now. And
why doesn't mine look anything like yours? There's a question.
Mine doesn't look like anything yet.
Well,
You want to?
neither
Here,
does
let me
mine.
show
But it looks different.
Well, I can't see yours. Where are you? Oh, I see
That's
Paul.
right.
Paul's painting. I
Yeah.
see. All I see is camo.
Yeah, there you go. You see
Jim,
me. That's enough.
a question, Jim. When you say Venetian, the Venetian blue, you're talking about Venetian plus cobalt?
Yes, plus blue. Yeah, I kind of like pushed them together there.
Got it.
I tried to catch myself, but I didn't do it all the time. But yeah, well, that's the way Venetian works. It's such a strong color. I think that's why I like Schmid and a few other guys use Terra Rosa instead of in their color instead of Venetian. It's very, it's just a little bit light. Doesn't take over and stuff. I do use a student grade Venetian and stuff, so it's not quite as strong as a professional grade where, yeah, you would never get it over. And yeah, it's really got a lot of tinting power. So I can see, how's this looking? Is this about, should I straighten it up? I can probably, I can't do much with it right now. Okay, I'm just gonna finish putting in little areas here. Somebody else is talking. That's Nance, is that you?
No.
Don't you have anything to say?
Yeah, Nancy's been
Nothing?
talking too much.
No.
You noticed that about Nance. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, I know.
I had myself on mute.
Okay.
Good thing to do when Ron's in the room.
I know. That's why I hate putting this thing on mute and stuff where you guys can't hear, we can't have this banter back and forth. I kind of miss, you miss that. So some of the audio qualities are just going to have to suffer, I think, from now on. Because it's, I like hearing you guys talk while I'm working and stuff. It's kind of nice. There's no reason to do this, if we can't hear each other talk a little bit, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
we'll all survive it.
Right. Yes, that's what we're working on. All right. So this got a little darker here. It just needs to be warmer. So,
I had mine on mute just because I answered the phone, but I'm on. Now.
Thanks, Karen. No, Karen, that's good. Thank you for doing that. I think I was painting some of this grass in here too now. Oh, what color I have in here. Wow. That's pretty doggone close. I didn't even think I had the right color mixed up. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Yeah, okay. So here I'm thinking about the grass. I want to keep this area here.
Last I wrote burnt umber and yellow. Is that correct?
Which ones? Which what?
I
Blah.
put grass, burnt umber and yellow.
Yeah. That's what I use. I use burnt umber and yellow in that grass. But I'm also using down here. This is some. My brush was just still had some blue. I was going back into the sky when I was painting in the sky. I knew some of that sky is going to have to get into some of this barn and stuff. So when I was going into that, I know, it picked up a lot of Prussian blue and stuff. And then when I grabbed my yellows and stuff here, when I put it in, the Prussian blue is still prevalent in my brush. And really just, it's still coming through, but it's not, it's made a nice kind of green. And since I have bristle here, it doesn't, I'm just gonna feed it in here a little bit back in here, and then go back in here, finish up my grass. And I'll paint this guy. Then I'm gonna paint this section, and maybe that section first, and then I'll paint this section. No, maybe I'll paint this. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Do I? But it's fun. We're gonna get there.
Mystery.
It is a mystery. You guys get to look into my mind and see what he's thinking.
That's scary.
It is. Oh, you definitely scary. Definitely scary.
And that's X-rated what I see in there.
Ron, everything to you is X-rated. I don't know
Coming
why.
from a man that was going to paint his pajamas today.
Wait a second. Well, we're gonna have one of those days. I think that was gonna be like the third week we were gonna into the session and stuff. I think we're all gonna, paint in our favorite pajamas and stuff. I think that's a good idea. We don't know how long this thing's gonna last, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
I hear New York is over the big hump and on the way down. So
Really?
But yeah,
I
I heard you.
hadn't heard that.
What's
oh,
I don't think
shoot.
so.
Oh dear.
What'd you say?
Maybe.
I hope that
New York? Hey, maybe we can be open by Easter.
Yes, Mr. Trump.
Absolutely.
I think so. It's gonna be open by Easter. I'm gonna make sure this has got some cool down here.
Their Easter basket. Can you imagine? Did you guys get that video from Michigan about the doctor that's,
Yeah.
that he's taking care of all of his groceries and stuff?
Yeah, that was,
That with the Easter basket.
we actually bought groceries yesterday and used his video method, but it's
Yeah.
tedious. It took like 2 hours by the time.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
And everything was melted, right?
Yeah. And then by the time you're done, your groceries are ruined.
Yeah. So it's like, damn.
What was the method? Are you?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, Alan, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's basically
I
like,
needed exercise, so I walked to Mariano's and
Yeah.
just shopped, but probably that's not the best way.
You're not supposed to leave your house, Karen.
No, I'm not used to it. My life is off balance here.
It is a little strange, yeah. It is strange having everybody home.
Yeah.
Can't dodge people's calls, right? Because they know you're there. Tried that with my sister in Denmark, and it's not working.
All right. You guys are lucky. Here comes my mascot.
Oh, you're Dougie.
Oh.
Here he comes. He's getting bigger
Hi,
every week.
Hi, look at that thing.
Oh, goodness.
What are you going to do with the painting you did of him on Thursday? 'Cause it was,
Oh, I could flip that up here in a second for you.
okay.
I tell you, his legs are getting longer all the time. We can measure.
I was reading where people's attachment to their pets is even greater now with this virus because we're with them all the time.
yeah, the dogs are winning on this. They're loving it.
He's getting more treats, more treats. There he goes. Thanks. Yeah, I saw that. Oh. No one told me I had paint on me.
That's a
Thank you,
doggy kiss.
No, well, he's blue too. He used to be a white dog.
Cobalt.
So this is coming along. It's pretty much blocked in. Can be, except for the light and stuff, but that's pretty much where it's going to go. You can see, this area here, this mass here. I want to make sure that right on the, when I put that in, I want to make sure that there's a little bit of blue back there, a little darkness right behind this, almost because it's kind of like a shadow going onto the trees and stuff. So I'm going to work a little rough going back into these trees back behind here. Ellen, are you painting this too?
No, I'm painting my own thing.
Oh, okay.
But I'm enjoying it.
I'm doing my own thing too.
Well,
Oh,
I think this barn could be in Rocky Mountain National Park, actually.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think you saw it there?
Yes.
Yeah, Ellen, just put a mountain behind it and you're
Yeah.
set.
It's a mountain shot. Come on,
Good.
play with the team. It's not all about you, Ellen.
It is really.
I know. Okay. I was just trying there. I tried to give you a softball, and you just didn't take it.
I will show you my dogs though. They're really fascinated by your.
Oh, can you get your dog?
Yeah, they're behind here. Let me start the video. Let's see.
I want to see this.
I started it.
There she is.
Wait, where are you?
I can't hear.
Wait,
What are they tearing up now?
Can you see them?
No,
Here.
No, we see
can't see
you.
him.
Pick them up, put them in front.
I see.
I'm pretty
Everybody
sure.
who has a dog, everybody who has a dog has to show it.
I see them on the couch. It's
Oh,
just a
sleeping
leaf-
away. Is that both of them?
Yeah, they're fascinated by your work.
You aren't even paying attention.
I'm fascinated that they are actually siblings. But you did the DNA on them, correct?
Yeah. Can you see them?
Well, I could see the one on the couch sitting
Both on the couch. Can you?
over
Yeah.
both.
Oh, the white one. Yeah, the white one's on the other end. Okay, I see it.
Oh, I see them both.
Right by your chair.
Yeah, they're fascinated by you.
You're not sitting down and painting, are you?
You know, they don't look so crazy. I don't know what Ellen's complaining about.
I know. They're
Oh,
adorable.
She has her doctor schmuck on too.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you noticed that.
Yeah.
That's why I avoid getting all the paint all over everything.
All right. Who else has a dog?
Yeah.
Anybody
Especially
else have a
Chris
dog to show?
I,
Oh, you
Ellen-
have that huge one, doesn't it? Don't you?
Well,
yeah, I can get her.
Oh, there you go.
Margo.
oh, here comes
This is a big dog.
Paul's dog is big.
Yeah, it's a good sized dog. Okay, and Ron, you go get your dog.
Okay, wait, where, I see Paul, but I don't see the dog.
Here, Margo.
Oh, Margot. Okay.
I don't have a dog. It's my daughter's dog.
That's
That
okay.
thing could probably
Oh,
carry you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Margot.
So is Margot a pure breed or a mixture?
She's a Bernedoodle. Bernese and standard poodle.
Real,
Ah,
that's a good sized dog, isn't it?
Yeah, she's
Nice.
80 pounds.
Oh,
oh, wow. I hear people use those poodle mixtures because they don't shed. Is that correct or not?
For the most part, she doesn't shed much at all, and they're hypoallergenic for the most part. But they're not 100% like they sell it as, as sold. But it's better than my brother's labs. Are really heavy shedders.
yeah.
Oops, like yours will be, huh?
Oh, yeah. Jim's going to be
All right.
swimming in here.
Well, thank you. All right. Break over. Get back to work.
Break over.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to start putting in some of these lights and stuff into the barn, then work into the metal a little bit. No, I'm going to do the metal first because I'm worried about my brush. I want to get my brush, work it to work towards the light. Oh, oil's getting very dirty here too. So this is burnt sienna blue, and burnt sienna and Prussian, I think.
Are they open?
And I'm going to put that in here. There's just a little bit of this one. The front part has a lot more Prussian, or a lot more burnt umber in it, so it's a little warmer. And then these back panels here, just going to put a little bit, have a little more blue in it, and they're going to, as long as I get a couple good, squares of paint here, I should be okay. That's all I really need. Everything else can be a little bit softer. Okay, it's starting to take effect. I need to get a little more sway in this barn too. Just a little bit too straight right here. So let's cut into that angle a little bit and just go way into that line. Maybe come back. And then down here, just the edge catching it. Okay. Right. Lighten it up as I go back here. Back here, it just has to be broken up a little bit, just for it feels like it's, because there's tree going to go over top here, and some of these branches are going to be causing shadows onto this roof here. So I don't have to do too much back here. I just got to break it up a little bit so I feel like I paid some attention to it. Okay. Speaking of, let me get a little bit more blue. Right back in here. Just a little bit of sky showing in. Just work it in just a little bit. If I can follow the direction of the roof, that'll be good. Soften it up a little bit. Well, it's nice going to the grocery stores, at least that they have stuff again.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
paper products? I haven't been.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if there's still a run on, I've had enough paper products for a while, so I don't know why everybody did that. Everybody was scared of that for some reason, running out of toilet paper all at once.
And God knows that's essential for survival.
First thing you do, you just run to the toilet paper aisle.
Absolutely.
Man, there's something about that.
I was at the grocery last week just to buy toilet paper before 6 a.m., before they'd opened. And I and a whole group came in at 6 a.m. and went right to the toilet paper aisle.
You were
have-
out too?
So I got one jumbo size.
Yeah.
Did you see the
No.
video of the fight that broke out in the aisle?
Yeah.
Oh no, in
Yeah.
a grocery store?
I think that was one of the low points last week. Yeah.
Oh, I know, I missed that. They were
You
fighting
steal
over
my cart.
a package of toilet paper, is that it?
Yeah, they were fighting over it.
And the survivalists have all decided this is the thing.
Well,
This is what
they have
they've been
lots of
talking about.
milk now because I've been, only every trip I've made has been to pick up milk so far.
Yeah, milk is a big thing.
Jewel was
They're
at
in
it.
short supply.
Gotta have
What
it
is-
for your coffee.
Oh, coffee.
My coffee supply.
Yeah, Richard said the Starbucks in Mariano's is doing a big business.
Oh, is it still good? Yeah.
But only the one that's only the outside places that are only Starbucks are closed, but those in the grocery are staying open.
I saw a big line in the drive-through at a Starbucks this week.
Oh, really? Well, maybe not all then have been closed.
Just the drive-through. They knew it was coming down so many years ago.
Yeah, we did have warning, evidently.
Get those drive-throughs going. McDonald's is still doing well, probably.
Oh, yeah.
They cut out the all-day breakfast, apparently.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Well, like,
Why did they,
I think operationally they're trying to save some somehow.
Yeah. I always thought that was a good idea back even when we worked on it. I
Yeah.
always thought breakfast was, why not have it go all day? Some people want something different than a Big Mac.
I agree.
you can't get a big breakfast?
I think you can get breakfast, but you can't. It doesn't go all day now.
Yeah, it's just not all day.
So, all right. Like I said, now I'm going to start putting in a little more light coming in here, and I'm going to work on the outsides coming in. I got all the grays in here. Now I want to start bringing in a little bit of light. And I want to make sure I have some of this red right here, painted wood in here first, so be able to have something to play. Okay. All right. Busy time now. Clean, my brush is a little cleaner. And start putting in some of the browns. These tan down here below coming in because there's some little grasses here. So let's work those guys in here. They'll be coming in. Let's start putting up just a couple strokes there. Working on the outside basically of the light. Getting these oranges in. Now this is that orange. I'm putting in orange that is cut with a little bit of white, basically. Just going to bring it down to its areas here. I'll have to put in that shadow again. But I'll put that in right afterwards. Okay. Still a little cool right in here. Okay. This is a pretty good example of what I'm trying to do here. Of putting a paint underneath, getting the darks underneath, and then putting the lights back on top. As you can see, you can start getting a lot of transparencies of color when you start dragging the final coat over one of these things. You start to really get that a good effect of barnwood going on. So it's a little warmer at the top, so I had to go back and put a little bit of orangier color back in. But that's a pretty good example. And this is like a cat orange and white, a little mixed in there. Just a little higher key. Then there's one more color I want to put over this lighter area here, and that's going to be a lot of yellow in it. And that's going to probably end up going on right up here. A lot of times what I have to do is take my brush and really cut these turns. you really create that wood. There's one on the side right here. The wood, and in the wood, when you put in the last of the knife work and stuff into this one too, you really pop. There is. There's something showing through right here. A little white. Okay, so basically I just got to keep going like that up there. Go up to the peak. See, I'm doing the barn as in sections and stuff too, so it looks very patchy too. I mean, I know there's going to be like little darks going in there, so I can define the barn more and more as I go here. And this is a lot pinker over here. This one. That's right about here. It has to stop. Right there, the shadow of the barn. So just that light, that's going to be pretty much it. Maybe just touch one more on the edge here. And then you just use a little bit of add red mix into that. And start thinking about the raft or the overhang here a little bit. Just by touching it a little bit here and there, I don't have to do too much. Right up here. Okay. And I'm just going to work back into here and work all the way over to this side of the barn, staying with these worms. These like I made up. These are probably have ochre and alizarin in them. A lot of white. And I'll start figuring in the barn here. Pushing up top and then letting it come off a little bit. If you take your time with your strokes here, you can create a lot of, you can really save yourself a lot. There was supposed to be a window right here, but I think I'm going to move it over here because that's too nice a stroke to cut into. I'll just move that window when I get here. I'll just paint it over here. There's a little more orange in this color here. More coming in here. And I'll just go back in. Just a touch of oil on my brush. Grab a little bit of light. I want to get this the wood that's hanging into the dark. Drag it off.
So why did you use alizarin rather than cad red right there where the sun is with the yellow?
Because alizarin is a cool, but when it reacts stronger with a warm yellow like that, sometimes when I mix, especially if I'm adding white, I find that cad red with white goes on the cool side a little bit. And if I have yellow and alizarin together and stuff, they'll still stay on the warm side, on the yellow or the orange side and stuff. So that's why I liked it. And that's what I was feeling there. I mean, I probably could have gotten that sort of too with that effect too, with just with some cad orange. But
orange at all in this picture?
There's just a little bit. I have a little bit in here and a couple strokes. Not a ton yet. No, it's the cad orange is right up here in my top area. Now, I'm going to bring it in basically to probably just do a few planks. It's not like the overall. Right now, I'm still working in with just getting the overall feel to it yet. Making sure I got the shadow, real effect going on. I got to bring in some more blues right in here and stuff. But that's what I'm really looking at right now. Keeping it bluer a little bit over here. This brown came popping out a little bit too far. So I'm gonna push it back with some blues too. But that being said, if I put these in right now, okay, to get this painted effect here, right above here into this is supposed to be like red paint and stuff. Mm-hmm. Instead of just, putting my brush down, I'm going to take and push it up before I do it. And I push it up and I release and try, didn't work. More paint. I'm supposed to push it up and then release, pull it down. And then you really get that effect of dead paint, old paint in this section here.
Yeah, it relates.
Okay, you got it.
Mm-hmm. It relates to the other. The dark relates with the light then.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go back, pushing a little bit into these things just by pushing up my brush instead of. Probably give that just a little more light.
Jim, I have a question about the tree that's behind that left second roof edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
You eventually putting that in, or are you going to leave it out?
No, I'm still thinking. I'm thinking about putting it in. But I want to. Yeah, I'm going to put it in. I just want to have this stuff. I'm going to concentrate here, and then then with my brush being a little bit dirtier, when I put it in, I think it'll go in easier.
Thank you.
And stuff. So it's all kind of like thinking a little bit ahead of knowing what's on my brush, and keeping it not having to clean all the time. Let me get this in. But that's, you know, good question, Paul. Good question. It's a little bright. I'm gonna probably have to put some light on that thing. This section here. Oh, take it. Oh, had it. Okay. Let's get that light down in here a little bit. Let's see, everybody waiting? Okay. So, so just following the lines here a little bit. I want to make that bluer, and then I'm going to put, go ahead and start putting in those trees Paul was complaining about. Hey, you can put in those trees.
Hey.
Hey! If you already put them in, Paul, that's okay.
No, I did not.
You are. I get this one post right here. That's pretty good. Just should be a little warmer. Ooh.
So this piece of life you're talking about, either people or animal, will it be inside that dark front where you are?
I am thinking it could be. There could be something there, you know, sticking out. Could be a cow's head, something like that, maybe. Something simple, nothing too much. You know, I'll just do a little research and find a cow's head and, you know, just basically shape, and that should be okay. You know, I'm gonna put a couple of darks in. That dark of the window back in here. Sure.
I think you should put Bambi in. Yeah.
How about a teepee in the woods?
Ooh,
That was coming
nice,
back.
nice, Karen. There we go.
Nasty woman, very nasty.
She went right to the teepee, right off all the bet.
I know.
And she's meaning, you know, she does mean an Indian teepee, right? Not just regular teepee. If I put teepee in there, yeah, this thing got probably worth something even.
Yeah. She'll sell that right away.
I can't get
She'll sell it right away.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, this guy. I was thinking that's one of those pain things you got to do is take a roll of teepee and put, you know, duct tape it to a big giant canvas like the guy did with the banana in that one show. I think that'd be even worth more than that banana ever could be.
Oh,
Good idea. I don't know. I just keep coming up with them. I don't know. That's the way I am.
it's just a creative gene. The creative
Yeah.
gene.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
We get some little more dark here. It's right up here in the corner here. It's working. It's starting to work. I'm gonna put in a few more little things here. And I'm gonna go in here and put in these darks in this thing. Most of them, these ones I can put in with my brush first. I want a clean brush, a little bit of oil, more oil in my oil's getting dirty. I'm putting these couple dark movements, and I'll put the rest in my knife. But I think these bigger ones, bigger areas, would be nice with a knife or a brush, like this one right here. Hey, Andrea. I think you painted my dog better than I did.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It
That was
probably
a nice-
helps. My daughter she just got a new puppy about a week already, and it's a golden retriever. So I've been looking at golden retriever puppy pictures for about a week. So maybe that was my influence to pull it off.
Nice job. No. So yeah, so you're gonna give it to her or what?
Oh, I'm waiting for her to send a photo of an image of her pup that she likes. But she's been giving me these frontal shots, and I'm not sure I want to do a face shot of a dog that way.
Yeah, side views a little bit are nice to do.
I asked, could you make a 2/3 view or an angle view?
Yeah.
I tried frontal views, but it looks like their feet are dwarfed or something, and they just don't seem full body than a side view. But this one looked, I thought maybe the neck looked cut off because you were holding the dog with him leaning over your shoulder. So I just want to concentrate on the image.
Yeah.
What are you doing to that poor dog?
Yeah. Well, that's because we haven't, he's caged all the time. So I think that's probably why he's too small a cage, so his head just gets squished. Because we got to save him just in case the pandemic takes over. We might have to eat him. That's what I'm thinking.
Had dogs
Funny.
for 20 years. I've never squished the neck. What are you doing to that poor dog? Nice.
Uh-oh. Hey.
I think that's reportable.
That's what I was thinking. You'd go. Thanks, Ron. Right to it.
That's reportable. Yeah. Sake.
This has to be the same level. This window has to be on the same level as these things. So that's that, and then just a little bit of, just a swatch of gray over it.
So for this, you're not using your bristle brushes at all. You're only using the rosemary. Is that correct?
Now I went back to Rosemary's. I did the bristles for the background and some of this stuff, but now I want to go back to the edge. Create that chisel feel, because it really helps with the defining the the planks and the wood and stuff really easy and stuff. I can really start getting these angles up here and stuff pretty nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going back and forth. Now that my brush is to the good point here, I think I'll put in this one here Paul's been complaining about to me. Saying, where's that tree? Where's that tree? And you got to put in the tree. Well, I'll put it in now.
This is the kind of abuse we put up with all the time, Paul.
I hear that.
Yeah. You don't want to mess with him when it gets like this.
No, you just mute.
Yep.
Selective muting.
Oh, thank you. Wow. See, I'm going in right over them. It's a lot of the stuff I just wanted to make sure I had enough things taken care of this on the roof back here, because when I lay these trees over it, it's going to be hard to get back here and get in between the trees to do any good work. It just, I mean, it's not impossible. It's nothing really hard, but, you know, I just, being as lazy as I am, you know, I just want to make sure I get it in there right. So I'm going to lighten up this blue back in here before I finish putting in some more trees. I want to lighten up on those splotch here. Goes in like here, just following the metal and stuff. And when I bring it out here, it should start working out. So Ron, I'll send you the video on that one. I'm sorry it didn't show up in I thought it would show up there on the screen. Really, that little Procreate video, I thought it would show up. I thought, because it's, you know, just share my thing there. It should show up.
Thanks for those comments on the vote. That was really a big help.
Are you done with it?
I was up early this morning. I did a lot of work on that. Yeah.
Oh, good. Now I can change it.
Uh-huh.
Give you some change, more changes.
You hear that, Paul?
I missed that. What was that?
Oh, he's like Franz Kafka. There are no rules. He makes them all up.
He's allowed. He's the boss.
That's the attitude. That's what I'm looking for in my class. There we go. Sorry, Ron. You've been overruled.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what they say when you leave the room, Jim.
I am recording, so I do know exactly what they're saying. So you know, if I come back to you guys know the reason why. You know, I'll save it. I save all this stuff up. I do. I'm gonna come after you guys one at a time. You guys, I taught Trump how to do it, so you guys are in trouble. You think that governor of Michigan has any problems? You just wait till you see what I do to you. Okay, enough politics, right? There's
Is that what that was? Is that what that was? Politics? Jeez.
You know, hey, I got to keep my class clean here. We got a lot of Republicans here.
I can't discuss politics. You know that.
We know that. You get in trouble. I should have asked you. Can I record this? You don't have any problems with that?
Yeah, but you might go to jail.
It's fine with me.
Well, you know, that's okay. It'll be worth it, right?
Yeah. Well, as soon as you hit the jail cell, your pictures will be worth a lot more. You know that. It's the next best thing to dying.
Is it?
So if there's a one of us.
Maybe I can go. Maybe I go in there and do work too. Maybe I keep working too and keep my jailhouse rock.
Oh yeah, yeah. You'll love it.
They'll let you out. They already let Jesse Smollett out.
Is he? Did he even go to jail?
He did?
He was in jail.
He did? Oh man, I didn't know that.
I thought
How about
he was-
Kelly? Did Kelly get out yet?
Oh, I hope not. He shouldn't.
Wow. Huh. Last I heard, I thought he was suing everybody.
Well, too many people testified against R. Kelly.
Yeah. I'm going to start putting in this rust a little bit before I finish putting in the trees back there. Is that okay, Paul?
I guess so.
Okay. Bristle brush. This says this is that probably Venetian, just a touch of yellow in it, I think. And I'm just gonna drag it across some of this roof here and just let it come off a little bit. And I'll come back and clean up some square edges and stuff. Basically just following the line of the roof. Yeah. I only have to get a few spots here. A couple clean areas here. And some real nice fun patina going on here. I'm kind of hesitant about doing that one. Looks like there's a coming out the top there. Okay. Ooh. Just a little line. I'm going to put that in with my knife at the end. A little rustier down here at the bottom. Going back.
It's a great photo. Did you get it from the Paint My Photo site or somewhere else?
This comes from another site I'm on. It's a backwoods, back roads thing in on Facebook.
Oh,
There's
cool.
a guy up there, and wait, this one's probably old barns and structures and stuff.
Right.
Back roads, yeah. So there's a lot of things. Then you just go up and ask, "Oh, hey, I love that thing," and most of these guys have no problem letting you do it. So, but you've been doing some really nice barn scenes. I've seen you've been putting up.
Thank you.
Really nice.
Thank you.
And I was going to tell you guys a person, if you really like these barn scenes and stuff, you might want to look at a guy named Dave Dibble and stuff. I think I pass it on to you.
Yeah, he's
Paul.
outstanding. Really impressive.
He really knows how to handle these things, and he has some brilliant stuff.
I got some great photographs from where my brother lives, barns and countryside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how we never see those.
Well, I
And just
painted
like
that one.
we never see any. She says she goes these places, but we never see anything. Sorry, I just had.
I painted that one, and you made fun of it, so I don't do it anymore.
One time.
Yeah, right.
Make fun of it one time, and Ron can't take it.
I had nightmares.
That thing's up in his living room, isn't it?
Well, yeah, he didn't make fun of me. You did.
Oh. Wait a second. Me?
Yeah. You.
I think you got the wrong instructor. This guy, I would never do that.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's all my fault.
If you can take it, I'll dish it out. But you,
Okay.
you
I'm
do
not
pretty
going to cry
well.
anymore. Yeah, I'm not going to cry anymore. That's all.
I know you. You're a big boy. You wear big boy pants, Ron.
True. I do.
We don't know if he's wearing them today, though.
Well, yeah.
You know.
No, I'm wearing my Superman stuff. Yeah. That's okay, right?
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with that, Ron. You know, you can say it out in public, you know, what you're wearing.
I'm wearing my Superman stuff.
You are a brave soul, you are. So what's everybody binging these days?
Yeah, what else can you do?
Yeah.
I saw Rocket Man. Did everybody see that?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I saw that a while back.
what's it on?
yeah.
Elton John's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that.
Is it on HBO or anything like that, or you got to
And
buy it?
it's one of my free ones, and I'm not sure what it is. I think it's Comcast.
Oh.
I don't know what you get. It was pretty good.
Yeah. My
Like,
daughter's been rewatching Miss Maisel, Marvelous Miss Maisel,
That's cute.
and stuff
Oh,
in their
man.
play. That first season, man, it's just so
It
great.
was awesome. Yeah.
Man. I mean, I like the whole series and stuff, but that first season just had something fabulous to it. So I'm still just working in some grays. Going to start working on some more grays back in here, and then I'm going to put these trees in. Paul keeps yelling at me about putting in. Gonna put them in. Gonna put them in. Yeah, I'll get. Oh, another question. Fine question.
No, I said I had one question and I paid for it, man.
Yeah.
That's why all these other guys have muted theirs. You muted their microphones.
He's already got your number.
Oh,
Jim,
known Paul for quite a few years. So
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how you figure out the trees there, Jim, but I'm going to have to cut out now. I'll say goodbye to everybody and see you next time.
oh, okay.
All right, take
I
care.
will. I'll hopefully if this records, I'll send it to you.
All right, thanks a bunch. Have a good
No problem.
weekend, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Andrea.
Bye-bye.
How's everybody else? Everybody else doing okay on this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be back. I gotta run out for a second. Not going anywhere.
Okay, we'll watch. Give that a little more light right here. Just on this tin right in the corner here. Okay, since he's gone and he can't hear us, we can say whatever we want about him.
Everyone likes him, Jim.
Oh, come on.
How do you know him?
Used to work with him a lot in advertising and stuff. He was a big creative director and art director at DDB and stuff. Now he has his own agency, and I've done a little bit of work for him here and there. But he also likes to paint and stuff, so you know, he's been dropping in here and there to paint. So, and now that this is going on, you know, he'll have plenty of time to paint, because advertising is going to be probably one of the last things I think it comes around again.
Is that so?
Yeah, usually first in, first out, you know.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of falling apart.
Yeah, they'll probably, I mean, after 2008, we had to, you know, it changed so much. I mean, it all went to social media and stuff. They quit doing, a lot of companies quit doing TV commercials because they could get things done cheaper for multimedia and stuff. That's where everybody was going. I mean, social media.
Yeah.
Going social media on us. So no need for like storyboards as much or advertising. You know, print's been dead for so long.
Yeah.
But in fact, but I've been busy this last week. I've been really busy doing illustration. So, but it's
Good.
all like some safety stuff going on. So it's fun.
Excellent.
All right, but since he's gone, I'm going to put in all the good stuff. Okay, so he can't see it. We'll start bringing in some of this yellows and stuff here. He'll come back and go, hey, what did you guys do? You guys went on without me. That's what I do. Leave you behind. Now that Andrea's gone, we can really get going here too.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, I just love to have fun.
Well, one thing's clear, you better not leave these things early.
Hey, stay late.
I'm going to stay till that tree goes in.
Which one? This one or that one?
That one. The,
And I got all these all
the
these other
one
ones.
that's going over the roof.
Wow, is it really 12 o'clock already?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my God. We can keep going if you guys want and stuff too. I didn't even pay attention to the time here.
If you're going to keep going, I'm going to keep watching. But if you're going
Yeah.
to take a break, I'm fine with that too.
You know, we know, at least we know Ellen does not have to run to Corner Bakery, so,
I know.
right? So we got plenty of time. She has plenty of time. You ordering in from there and stuff?
They don't, they're not even doing takeout.
Really?
Huh?
They're just closed
Yeah, they're
down?
just completely shut down.
Really?
Range
That-
one is too.
Wow.
I have found more good restaurants that I didn't know about from this whole order thing, and really quite
Yeah?
amazing. Yeah.
What have you
yeah,
found,
that's-
Ron?
Yeah, Ron, tell us.
Well, there's a pub
Oh, it's
in
Passover.
there's a pub in Brookfield called the Irish Times.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Great
used to go there
food.
after work.
Great food.
Yeah.
Great food.
Good takeout. They have takeout?
Yeah, I'll tell you a story. The owner of that is married to a gal who was my son's first girlfriend in junior high school,
Oh, that's cool.
and
Oh.
they've remained friends ever since. He's Irish, and when they got married, which was about 5-6 months ago, the wedding was in Ireland, and my son and his fiance went to the wedding along with a bunch of other kids from here who all had gone to school with her.
Oh,
And so-
that's cool.
Yeah, but they're having a really tough time because of they really need that money coming in every day to keep a place like that going.
Yeah.
And it's, they're really getting hurt. But they have great, what did my wife
Yeah.
said? She got corned beef and carrots and potatoes. Really great meal. I got the fish and chips, was really good. They had some really good food.
Yeah.
So if
Well,
you
I
wanna-
didn't even know they were open. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to keep Cal Bay open over here on the, but
Oh, yeah.
that's a good little breakfast place.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's been there forever.
Well,
yeah.
I need alternatives to Corner Bakery, so what are you suggesting?
Oh, well, I haven't been out. We've been eating in too. But
Yeah.
I'll
any
send you a
place
list,
else?
Ellen. I'll send you a list. Our village put out a list of restaurants in LaGrange that are doing takeout.
Yeah, I'll take that, thank you.
Yeah.
I get so excited. We got a pizza, a Domino's pizza, and we were so excited. That would be exciting.
That's
Oh, nice.
It's like
I
more
would-
food someone
There
else
are-
made.
Yeah.
There are a couple open for takeout in Clarendon Hills.
And which ones are those, Karen?
The Village Gourmet and Tally's.
How is Tally's? I've never been there and it's walkable.
It's, yeah, it is.
good?
It's good. And on one of my walks down to the square, I talked to Krista Talley, who runs it. Nice young woman. And they're trying to stay afloat by doing carry out from after 4. I don't know
Yeah.
how late.
And
But
so
yeah.
what are you recommending from there?
I have not done it yet. but a lot of people have around me. But so I can't say. But I do think they do have good food and it's a reasonable price.
So that's like sandwiches and stuff, or?
I've got a menu. Hold on.
Yeah.
I picked up a menu while
I can look it up. I can look it up.
No, wait, stop everything. Let's wait.
Okay.
Hear
We got
about the
important
Valley
things
Menu,
going on
that's
here.
right.
I understand.
There's a lot of good places, Ellen. I'm gonna send you that list. You don't
Good, I
have to.
appreciate it because we could use a
Yeah.
car ride to go pick up stuff too.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
I bet the Thai, well, you guys all know this virus came from China. And so I know it was all made because they want Chinese takeout to, you know, take over. Right? So definitely, we gotta,
Absolutely. That goes without saying.
yeah,
Goes
so I
without
know Golden Walk will be open. Right?
Yesterday I made tortilla soup.
Yeah.
Oh, Ron's
Yeah.
tortilla soup.
Yeah.
Yeah? Did
Well,
you
I-
use real tortillas?
I did, and I found that that if you put the tortillas in a crock pot with some beef broth, they'll just dissolve.
Well, that's the idea. That's what
Yeah.
makes it so good.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that before.
Yeah.
And I just put it in the crock pot and leave it all day.
You know, the things Paul's missing because he's gone. It's amazing.
I'm back.
Oh,
I had to get a coffee.
no, hey,
We
I'm
should
kind
do
of
a
with you. I didn't even know, I didn't know what time it was. I'm just painting. But we did get started late because of technical difficulties. So I'm glad you're back because I was just going to, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, putting these trees in.
We've been talking about you while you were gone, Paul.
No,
Okay?
only good things. Only good things.
That's what he's saying now.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Randy
Just a heads
wanted
up.
me to say hi to everybody.
What's that?
Randy wanted me to say hi to everybody.
Oh,
Well, hello.
hello. Hi.
Yeah.
What's she doing?
All right.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you, I've got a friend that's husband he's immune compromised. He's going through therapy right now for cancer, and they were having trouble. They're not allowed, either one of them, to go in a store, and they're no longer allowed to even walk with people anymore. And but they told me about Casey's Market in Naperville has a really neat carryout, and they've been taking rides. They can ride, but they can't go in anywhere. So
Yeah.
they went out to Casey's, and they come right to your car. You know, you order online, pay for it, and then they come right to your car, put the groceries in your trunk, and then you take them home, and you only have to, sanitize them once. So they're going through all that sanitation stuff. They have to,
Yeah.
There's one in Hinsdale also. Kramer Foods does that. Kramer.
Oh,
So
that's
that would be a lot
good to know.
closer.
That's good to know. I'll let her know.
Yeah, it's online, and then they come to your car and put it in.
Yeah, they
Most
tried
of-
Mariano's takeout, and they gave it to the wrong family.
Oh.
And then they tried to, they wanted him to take it back because he's immune compromised. He can't do any messing around, And
Yeah.
so they're not using Mariano's anymore. They wanted delivery at home, and
Yeah.
so it didn't work.
I'll tell you, not a good time for that.
Huh?
Not a good time for that because the shelves are half empty.
Oh, yeah. It's awful.
Well, consider Kramer's.
I will, Ellen. Thanks very much.
I was gonna try them actually tomorrow. It takes like a week to get an order done, so I was gonna try them out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if it's good or no good.
Okay.
All right. I'm just going in with my knife because I know I was supposed to put those trees in. So I'm going to go with my knife and just show you, put in a few of these lines here in the barn and stuff. Getting a couple of these verticals and stuff going in. I get the warmth here, this orange right in here. Not too many lines here, a couple lines right in here coming down. I'm just putting them in my knife, just a little bit of this is this Venetian blue and cad red in here. I'm going back in and hitting these one spots on the barn.
What's the trick with the knife? What's the trick with it? Because I'm not good at it at all.
Yeah, for me, it's I can get it so thin and just scrapes off and just puts down a good amount of paint. Trick is just to make it to think of it like a butter knife and stuff, being able to, just get enough on the edge here that you can lay it down in one spot and just draw it straight. You don't want to have to do too much.
So you could go
Sometimes
up
you can-
onto the canvas? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, basically I just take it on the edge here. Sorry. Have just a little bit of paint on the edge.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh, light went out, didn't it? Oh, my lights all went out. And then when I put it in there, I just lay it on there. Sometimes I can draw it down if I want to draw a line. But
Yeah.
sometimes, you just want to lay it in there. And sometimes the paint just comes off nicely.
Yeah, and if you start using a knife, Ellen will include you in her family tree.
That's a good one, yeah.
He's the knife master. Hey, you guys, Brock, kudos on your show at McCord. It was really nice.
Oh,
Go
thanks.
Yeah, it's online, and Jim told us
Yeah.
it's online. I went the other night and looked at it. It's really nice. Nice show.
Oh, so it's online. I thought it
Right,
was-
we're online. You're famous, Ellen, and you didn't even know it.
I didn't know it. So who won the first prize and all that good stuff?
I don't know. He went by so fast you couldn't see.
No, I didn't have any prizes yet. And stuff, I don't think. They're going to probably save those for a reception, which is supposed to be the 30th now.
Yeah,
April
good luck
30th.
with that. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's not happening either.
Well, Ron, they should just give you and Ellen the money then. Just give you guys
Well,
the money.
that's just me.
I want to know how Jim got 2 paintings in.
Why include Ellen, Jim?
No, why include Ron?
I said it
That's
first.
why.
I said it first.
That's why.
I
I
said
knew
it
you
first.
guys would let you guys go after each other, brother and sister, going after it. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
I never would have gotten online here without Ellen.
Oh,
She was,
Oh,
she was
yeah.
like life support. She was life support.
What did I do for you?
You helped me get online here. I had no
Oh,
clue.
yeah, I was key.
You were.
I don't know
You
what's
were.
going on with your computer. You can't get the audio.
Yeah, it just won't recognize my mic. So,
Ah.
last week it told me I should use a different Internet Explorer thing, which I did. I switched to Google, which they suggested, and it still doesn't recognize my my microphone for some reason. So,
are you going to take that personally or what?
well, of course, how the hell else would I take it?
You got
No,
to sue
he
him.
does.
You should sue him.
Damn right. It's already in the works, pal.
I figured it would be.
Another
Gotta get
couple of months, I'm going to own Zoom.
Ah,
Yeah, and
poor Zoom, they'll never know what hit them.
and that Chinese company that's sort of riding on their coattails. Did you hear about that? It's a Chinese company called Zoom Tech, as opposed to Zoom Video. And
Ah.
people have been mistaking them and buying up big chunks of Zoom Tech, the Chinese company's shares, thinking they're getting in on a good thing.
Oh,
It's cheap too.
Yeah, very cheap. It's a tiny little company. And they finally, the stock exchange took them off their board.
After I bought it?
Yeah. They waited. They asked me, did Jim buy already? Yeah, okay, we're going off.
Well, I had never even heard of Zoom until this past week.
neither. You know, I had
Oh,
a
me either.
doctor's appointment on Zoom this week. It was really weird, but it worked great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than this? I would doubt it.
Oh, no, it was better than this, but it was great. It really worked good.
They're
Because
making a lot of money.
listen to you, you know? When you're in an office, they don't have to listen to you, but he did this time, so.
All right, I got most of this stuff in now. I'm just putting in a couple of lines here for wood and stuff. I got this stuff, couple interesting lines here. One more CAD red right in the middle of that line will really get you inside there. Oh, I guess I should get on those trees before we go. Oh, class is over.
Oh, man. The trees.
Yes,
never
yes.
fit.
Yes, you know, I know you've been waiting on those, but next week, same bat.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I had nothing else to do. I got all my chores done this week, you know, so already. So
Did anybody, like, our garbage people will only take one can because everybody's doing spring cleaning.
Really? Yeah.
Did that happen to you guys?
No.
Nah.
We got a special voice, a message saying you may only put out one can because their volume has increased 50%.
really, well, you know, it's those Hinsdale people, right?
I didn't think they did their own cleanup. So.
I don't think a
Wow,
lot of
yeah, no.
jobs I've been doing in the house, and I haven't done many.
Are you all based in Hinsdale, everybody, or a mixture?
No, LaGrange Park.
Yeah, most of us can't afford
I live
Hinsdale.
by Jim and, yeah.
Nice. I'm in Evanston.
Oh,
Yeah.
I live there.
So it's good to have somebody be able to get in from there. Yeah.
Where in Evanston, Paul?
Just right near Northwestern campus. We're on Orrington and Central, roughly, like right
Oh my gosh.
northeast Evanston, kind of.
My brother used to live on Orrington. And he faced that field, which is now a soccer field, I guess.
Yeah, so we're only 3 doors from that field.
Oh, okay.
Our kids playing it all the time.
Very close, yeah. The property there has
Play there.
gone up in value a lot. He said he couldn't afford it now.
It's going to be interesting to see what the housing market does. in the near term.
Isn't it?
Oh, gosh.
Well, his house was a Tudor, sort of a dark brown and beige, and last time I walked by, it was all gray. So,
Hey, that's Paul's.
yeah.
Sorry, Paul.
Like old school, like a old storybook style.
My niece went to the elementary school. I think it was at Central.
Huh.
Isn't there an elementary school there? You don't know.
That's probably where my kids went to Orrington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orrington
So
Central.
yeah, my daughter's still in 5th grade. They're just finishing out.
Yeah, my niece had a very good experience there.
Yeah, my kids have loved it there.
Okay, putting in the trees.
By telling you she's in her 40s now, but she had a very good elementary school experience there.
We're just gonna hit these main lights. I think I'll use the most of this darks I put in here, and I'm just gonna hit the area highlight areas, mostly down here, I think. I'll blend off here. Still got to work this, figure this out here. But sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you don't do it too much. There's a little more warmth down here. Okay. I'm just gonna, you guys can stick around as long as we want. You know, I know this is running long. Those technical difficulties. Oh my God. Okay, so the light's hitting right here. Let's get that popping. A couple more back in here. This is kind of that burnt umber and yellow I'm putting in the right in here into some of these blue gray trees. Now let's save that stuff. Okay, and I'm going to put in these couple of these barn trees here. One that comes up right here and just swings down into that. A little bit of oil, a little bit of paint. Another one comes in here and they all got to feed right back down in this cluster down here. And then one from the side, couple up here, and then this one comes jetting in from here. That'll be nice. Crosses over. Okay. This is the board supposed to be the big one coming up here. I'll bring up here. Make that less. Okay. And then back in there, a little more blue-gray. Blue-gray, purple, gray ones back here, underneath behind here. I'm gonna, there's just a few I got to put in. One big, couple big ones. There we go. Boy, Andrea left. Missed a really good ending here going on. Oh, you
I'm
bet.
gonna have to leave too.
You too?
Yep.
I know this has gone long, but thanks for joining.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
This was great.
I will send everybody the, you know, the tape and stuff of it. and
Okay, great. Thanks.
You can catch up. Okay.
Bye.
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 Jim, did you
Yeah.
send the one, did you send a link for the video for the boat one?
I think I did. It's gone now because I didn't buy like it's like $40
Ah,
for extra space
okay.
on Zoom and stuff. So I did not, I have like 2 gigs and one of these take up about 2 gigs.
I see. Okay.
So I'm gonna have to be, you know, put them on there. I download them and stuff. I can put them on download. I'm gonna be downloading them though. And I'll be editing them a little bit. I'll take out some of the banter and stuff, you know, Ron's comments, you know, anything he said. I'll take
Oh.
that out
Oh, okay.
and then I'll put them back up. Then maybe I'll even put in like the finished painting and stuff.
Okay, then.
Okay, Jim, it's Rose. I think I've had enough.
No, Rose, you can't. You can't be done. Sorry, Rose.
I'm sorry too. I need
Okay.
food. I need food.
I know, I'm done too. I'm about done too. I'm just kind of finishing up this one. I'll
Okay.
finish it up later, I guess.
Are we sending you a picture?
Do you guys want to put them up? Do you guys want to flip them around? I'll flip them around. And then I'll come in and show you sort of where I am. I still got to figure out some things there too.
Jim, I've got to leave too.
Okay,
Okay, thanks. Thanks so much.
no problem.
So, bye, Jim.
Bye. Okay, Rose, here, let me see if I can give you the camera here. Okay, Rose, you're up.
Oh, very nice.
Very
Oh.
nice.
Okay, it looks like it's leaning backwards. Oh,
Probably.
that's the camera.
Oh, yeah, it's me. No, it's me.
Very nice. Hey, you got the colors underneath and stuff. Yeah, you got to start working on, softening up the outsides a little bit
Okay.
into the shadows. But I know you're going to get there really quick. But
Okay.
yeah, looking great.
The start.
Some real interesting strokes going, girl.
Yeah, well, just let that brush talk, you know?
Yeah.
All right, we'll
You
see you
do.
guys Saturday then.
All right. Nice hair.
Thank
I
you
like your
very
hair.
much. It's getting long. I can't get a haircut.
All right. We'll see
Bye-bye.
ya. Anybody else want to show me theirs?
I want to show you my boat. I want
I'm-
to show you my boat.
Honored.
Okay.
I'm inspired to do my own now. And I took lots of notes on your color combinations. So
Did you?
next I'm good to show you.
Okay. Paul? Come on, Paul. Can you flip it around? Can you show me anything?
I'll just, yeah, hold on. Yeah, one sec.
You
Can you
got
see
Ron
me?
there.
Oh, he shut us off on purpose.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there
Can you
we
see
are.
it?
I see it. I see it.
Here, Paul, let me give you the. show
Oh,
you-
good. Oh my gosh, very good. You
Oh,
did the same
okay.
building.
Oh, Paul's very good. Very, very good. That looks really nice for me. Small. I'm trying to give it to you. I don't know why it's not coming up.
Oh,
Give it to you.
I use my phone because I use my phone. I can use the
Okay.
computer too. If that's easy.
Oh, it's on
I
the
t-
computer. That's okay. Oh my God.
Wait, we got
I got
ton.
Ron.
Is that working?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that works great.
Oh, that was a quick one, but
Oh, wait, it's gone.
okay. Just
Oh,
take a. I'll have everybody just take a photo of them later and stuff and send them to me when you get them a little
Okay.
farther and stuff.
Okay,
Sure.
will do.
All right. You too, Ron. I want to see your boat, Ron.
Ron, show us your boat.
I want to show you the boat.
Yes,
Show you my
Okay.
boat.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Listen, let's see if you listen.
That's really cool.
That's looking great.
I mean,
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
That's
Jim
looking
told me
great,
how to
Ron.
fix it. Jim told me how to fix it.
I yelled at him, but we'll
Oh,
see.
that looks great. I
You
think
got
that's
some
one
more
of your best,
definition
Ron.
there.
That is really cool.
Thanks, Jim.
No, you're great, Ron. It looks fabulous.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
You should be very happy with that. You know,
Yeah.
we get another water contest, you can put it in there.
There you go.
All right.
Exactly what I was planning. Okay, I'm signing off. I'm
I
going to
am
send you
too.
this
Where's Ellen?
list of.
Ellen, where are you?
I have a terrible painting, so I'll email it to you.
Okay. All right.
So I have a question. Are you gonna come? Are you gonna come? Jim, are you gonna come back to this while it's still wet, or are you gonna let it dry and then add the trees and the other things?
No, I'm going to keep it going. I tell you what, I'll just, I'll do another recording of it. Not on this, not for you guys, but a finished, like, quick quick recording of finishing it up and stuff, and I'll show it to you guys.
That'd be
Okay,
great.
Jim.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
so you,
Bye-bye.
all right,
Thanks, Ken. Thanks,
all right,
everybody.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Later.
Bye.